All right, everyone, this is my mom, and I decided to invite her onto this phone therapy with me because I wanted to ask her a question or two, and maybe she could reveal something about herself and her past or how she's feeling in the moment. So I'm just gonna give you a hug, mom, and say thank you. I know my hair is wet, so sorry.
Yes.
Um, so how are you feeling today? Because I know that this month um, is a little bit, well, it's gonna be hard. So I just wanted to, you know, ask you how you feeling,
Um,
and it's okay if you want to say what it is that you're going through because I haven't uploaded anything about what's happening. I just said that in the past year and a half, two deaths have happened in the family. So
mhm,
because I haven't been able to say it out loud or hear myself
mhm,
play it back. So if you feel comfortable saying it, because me, I can't say these things without crying. And I feel
mhm.
like there's two types of criers: criers that cry ugly and you can't hear what they're saying, and then there's criers who can like cry but you can
Mhm.
still hear what they're saying.
Okay. Okay. Um, it's it's been very trying. I can say that. Dealing with the death of your father and then his son, your brother, my
Mm-hmm.
son. Um, it's really it's a lot, and we're coming up on the year the year mark. Um, he was uh, he was shot on November 9th around 5 o'clock, and then he passed away November 12th um, around 2 o'clock. So right about now, it's just is really very sensitive for us, you know.
Yeah,
And
I
I
see that.
and I do applaud Tara for even speaking and telling her truth and whatever it is she's going through and what she's feeling, you know, because everybody deals differently with death, and some people can deal with it
And some people can function,
right,
and then some people can't.
some people can't, and
How are you functioning? Because
I'm functioning. That's
yeah,
the thing. I'm
yeah,
functioning.
mm-hmm.
Um, I'm functioning because I know how to do it. Because I've been there before. You know, I lost my mother when I was 17, and she was murdered. So it's kind of like I'm I know how to deal with it. I know how to, I guess, because I didn't get no therapy then, and
Mm-hmm.
this time around I'm like, okay, I need therapy. I need therapy. I need somebody to talk to because this is really messed up.
Yeah.
You know, it's really
When you
messed up.
were 17 and after the funeral and everything that happened with your mom, um was there people who asked you to go to therapy? Like, was there anyone that was like, okay,
I
you need
don't.
to go to grief counseling or anything?
I'm pretty sure there were, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't really remember because, yeah, mind you, I was 17 years old.
Right.
I had my own child to worry about,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had a brother that was 10 years, was 8 years younger than me, that
Mm-hmm.
I had to think about.
Right.
So there was a lot of becoming responsible,
Right.
as what they would say nowadays, that I had to do.
Yeah. So you
And
put your responsibilities before your mental health.
yes, I did. Yes, I believe that's what happened
Mm-hmm.
because I don't remember talking to anyone. I don't remember going to counseling. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah.
So now it's a little bit different because after 30 something years of dealing with her death, my mother's death, I finally got to a point where I was like, okay, I can kind of breathe and like, okay. and knowing that I have a relationship with my daughter, I was like, okay, I can deal with it, but also help her, you know, because I have her here now. And then to have my son be, you know, murdered, and it's like, wow, I'm back here again. So it's like, no, I didn't get the therapy that I needed. And I did get some therapy, but it's still not enough.
Right.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
And I feel like in the Black community, because we've been, I guess, programmed to take pain and put a smile on our face afterwards, it's like, I feel like now the generation is, we have to find a way to better ourselves when something like this happens, when murder happens, or kidnapping and things that just constantly keeps happening to our community.
Right.
Because I feel like we're tired of having to put a smile on pain.
Yep.
Because I think your generation was like, our parents are doing, you know, the crack epidemic, and it's like, well, y'all have to be your own parents at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
So y'all wasn't able to figure out that, yeah, we need to talk about these things that are happening in our family.
Right, that's true.
And then it's like passed on down to my generation, or my brother's generation, and then my generation.
Right. And that's true. That is true. Because I was a part of the crack epidemic. My mother was a crack addict, and I didn't get to see her move away from that, you know. And she wanted to. She did. She wanted to. She wanted to be a better person and to live better for her children, you know. But she didn't get a chance to because of what happened, you know, the circumstances. And
so let me say this. Okay, you know how you were offered counseling and help with what is it, Mothers in Charge?
Mothers in Charge, like, Emir, Every Murder is Real. Yes, they did.
So it's like when murder happens in your family, they have a program for that.
They have a program.
Did they
now they did? I don't think they did, because I do not remember. The only thing I do remember was the victims crime compensation. They were the only people that came to me. I don't remember anything about, like, I don't remember anything about mothers in charge. Every Murder is Real. The Mir program. I don't remember any of those, and it's probably because so much was happening at that time. Yeah. You know, because the crack epidemic was like, it was crazy.
But it went along with murder as well. Because
right, that's what I'm saying. It just was like,
so nobody knew what to do.
Nobody knew what to do with the children.
Wow.
At that time.
Right.
You know, now being as though that we come from, you know, the crack epidemic, and now we done lived through all of that, and now we're going into the opioid and all this other stuff. Yeah. You know, now it's like, and then the more violence that we have in our communities, now there are the programs. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, after the crack epidemic, Mothers in Charge did start it. They did start to come about, because a lot of our black youth, black young men, youth were starting to get lost in that era. You know, and that was back in the 80s. You know, so it's like it all stems from back then. Yeah. You know, a lot of stuff stems from back then. You know, and this is where we're at now. Yeah. You know, and it's just, once again, we're a part of it, you know. Unfortunately, we're a part of it again. And
it's just sad that the cycle, well, I mean, it's good that the cycle is ending with not talking about your feelings, not talking about the pain and the trauma that you go through, but it's unfortunate that you guys didn't have it, because, I mean, y'all are products of what happened in the 80s and the 70s.
Yes. And here we are again. We're here again, you know, and that's the crazy thing. Because even thinking about coming on right now, when you ask me to do this, I'm like, I'm still here. I am still again. Yeah. You know, it went from my mother now to my son. You know, and it's like, this gotta stop. there should be not no more videos of us doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it does help. It
Mm-hmm.
does help, to be able to talk about it and express your feelings and to be able to help somebody else out there that may be able to say, I can't express this. I
Yeah.
can't go on with this,
Mm-hmm.
So
How do you go on? Like, where do you get your strength from? If it wasn't, you know, with my condition, my illness, like, do you think you'd be as strong as you are? With Brian, well, I'm gonna say his name, with my older brother being on the road, and if I was the same way, if I was like not, if you had an empty nest, do you think, you would still be as strong as you are? What would happen?
Let me see.
I really didn't mean to say his name.
That's
I'm
all
so
right.
sorry. He's on Instagram anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know because it's right. Even feeling right now,
Yeah.
it's kind of eerie.
Yeah.
Because I know that all that we went through to make everything possible, to even to show all the things that we did during the memorial celebration.
Yeah.
Even right now, looking over in the corner at his picture and his ashes, it's just I don't know. This is something that we will never ever forget or be able to live with because of the fact that he's not here with us.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. He's not here with us. I don't see him walking through the door. I don't see his smile. So it's just like all we could do is just talk about him and continue to talk about him. And bless somebody else with his foundation. That's the main thing. We're gonna. That's one thing I want to do. I want to get this foundation up and running, so that way, we can bless somebody else, and his name can live on forever.
And that's finding the positivity in your grieving.
Yes.
When you lose someone, you try to find things to remember them by and honor them.
Yes.
And I feel like that's a really good way to honor my brother, your son, because they're gonna think we're sisters. I can already tell. My brother, her son. So I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and ask you, what is it like living with someone who has, I don't know if this is the correct term, but I'm going to say chronic depression.
Okay. It's kind of hard because I don't know.
Did I say 13?
Oh God.
I'm sorry. All right, well, we're going to stop here and do another video.
Okay.
Hold on to that.
Okay.
That thought.
All right.